So before starting to learn Bhagavad Gita, it's very nice to chant some prayers. So I will chant some prayers. Om Jnana Timrandasya, Gyananjana Shalakaya, Chakshur Unmilitamina, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha, Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam, Sthartamina Bhutale, Swayam Rupakadamaham, Dadati Swapadantikam, Vandaham Shri Guru, Shri Udpada Kamalam, Shri Guru Vaishnavascha, Shri Rupam Sagrajatam, Sahagana Raghunatthanitam, Tam Sajivam, Sadvaitam Asvatutam, Parijna Sahitam, Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita, Shri Vishakantam Cha, He Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Dinaban Jagatpate, Gopisha Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namaste, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radha Vrinda Vaneshwari, Vrishabhanu Sudevi, Pranamami Haripriya, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripasindhu Vyevacha, Patitanam Pavanibhyo, Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschate Deshtarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everybody. Thanks that you all came. Today we will study our Bhagavad Gita. We will start our today's course from its first chapter, Understand Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. And Bhagavad Gita is a very, very great book. It's very, very holy book, very, very sacred book. Hare Krishna. Can anybody please tell me where the voice is fine? Hare Krishna, please unmute and tell where the voice is okay. Please unmute.
Yes.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So we will be speaking based on the teachings of his divine grace, Abhay Charanaravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON. So this is our Srila Prabhupada. We call him Srila Prabhupada, and he founded our ISKCON movement. When he was 70 years old, he went to America and founded our ISKCON movement. So Srila Prabhupada was a great devotee since his childhood. So he started worshiping Krishna when he was 5 years old. So you can see here, this is Srila Prabhupada, and when he was 5 years old, he already was doing Jagannath Rath Yatra with his friends. So like that, when he little grown up, when he was 26 years old, he was a family man, and he already had a son. And when he was 26, he met his guru first time. So his guru's name is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj. So this is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, and this is Srila Prabhupada. And when Srila Prabhupada first time saw his guru, he told him that such young people like you should distribute Krishna consciousness all over the world. And Srila Prabhupada accepted with full heart, very seriously. And you can see here, this is Srila Prabhupada, and he's giving public lectures here. And his guru also gave him one more order, that whenever you have money, print books. So Srila Prabhupada was writing books and printing them. You can see here, this is Srila Prabhupada, and he's printing his magazine, Back to Godhead. So he himself was writing articles, printing, and himself was distributing also. You can see here, Srila Prabhupada, and he's requesting to people to buy books. Srila Prabhupada tried to propagate Krishna consciousness first in India. He had tried for 30 more years, but nothing happened. Nobody helped him, nobody supported him in India. So Srila Prabhupada decided to fully dedicate himself in fulfilling order of his guru. So when he was 50 years old, he left his family. His children already were grown up. And Srila Prabhupada went to Vrindavan and continued to write in his books. And after some time, Srila Prabhupada, when he was 70, he went to America on the cargo ship. So before 70, nothing happened to ship. No changes. Nobody accepted it. So when Srila Prabhupada was 70 years old, he went to America on the cargo ship. Its name is Jaladuta. Srila Prabhupada went to America on the cargo ship. And he didn't have money. He just had only $8 with him. And nobody knew him in America too. And on the top of that, nobody was waiting for him also there. But Srila Prabhupada wanted to fulfill order of his guru, so he went there. When he came to America, nobody knows him there, and Srila Prabhupada sat in the square, and he started singing Hare Krishna mantra for 4 hours alone, and nobody repeated. But after some time, he was surrounded by youngsters, by young people, and they all became very interested. What is singing? What is singing? And Srila Prabhupada explained them that I'm singing Hare Krishna mantra. So when they became even more interested, they came to him, and Srila Prabhupada gave to them his books. So gradually, they understood everything. So those youngsters were hippies, and hippies had a very, very difficult lifestyle. But because of association with Srila Prabhupada, they all became transformed. So Srila Prabhupada transformed them all, so they all became changed. And all of them accept Krishna consciousness, and they all became very pure and happy. And you can see here, so many devotees are singing Hare Krishna mantra here on this picture. And Srila Prabhupada came even to Russia. So you can see here is Srila Prabhupada, and he came to Russia. This is Russia, Moscow. So also it was extremely difficult, but Srila Prabhupada arrived to Russia, to Moscow, and he explained Krishna consciousness to one person, and after some time, almost full Russia accepted Krishna consciousness. And you can see here, this is Srila Prabhupada, and he is speaking with big people here, surrounded by his devotees and disciples. And Srila Prabhupada have written a lot of books in our Vaishnava culture. He translated so many books, and he himself wrote a magazine called Back to Godhead. So he himself wrote articles, printed everything, and distributed. Also, he was very, very old. And now you can see this video in which you can see which countries Srila Prabhupada has visited. So you could see in this video that Srila Prabhupada from 1965 to 1977, he circumambulated around the globe 12 times and he had visited 25 countries. So this is our Shri Shri Radha Govinda in Bangalore. And devotees loved Srila Prabhupada, and out of their love, they constructed a very, very beautiful palace for him. So you can see this is Prabhupada Palace of Gold in West Virginia, USA. So this is Prabhupada Palace of Gold, West Virginia, USA. This is Bhaktivedanta Manor, Watford, United Kingdom. And this is Ukraine. And you can see, so Ukraine devotees also like Krishna consciousness, and all of them are singing and dancing in ecstasy here on these pictures. This is Durban, South Africa. And this is Mayapur, West Bengal, under construction. So this temple is situated in Mayapur, India, but it is under construction. It is not finished yet. Now it's looking like this, but after some time it will be looking like that. And this is our temple. This is our Shri Shri Radha Govinda, and this is Srila Prabhupada. So this is our address, ISKCON, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Temple, Mangalore, Karnataka, India. So we are in Mangalore, Karnataka, India. So we are all located in Mangalore. Our address is as follows: Shri Shri Radha Govinda Temple, Coconut Garden Road, Kadri Toll Gate, Mangalore, Karnataka 575002. And we also have our temple president, Namanish Das Prabhu. He's BTech from IT Kanpur. This is our website, iskonmangaluru.com. And this is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Namanishtadas.
Sir?
Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, sir. Actually, what you're telling was already covered yesterday. And in case you don't know, today is day 1 and we were supposed to start from chapter number 1.
This is chapter number 1, I think. That's chapter first. Hare Krishna. I'm speaking with Akshat. So this is chapter first. Little looks similar to day 0, but it's actually chapter first. Okay?
Okay, sir. Because you're giving the introduction, so we thought it is day 0.
Yeah, okay, I understand. Yeah, a few slides look similar to yesterday's, but today we'll start our first chapter. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Bhagavad Gita is an epic scripture that has the answers to all our problems. It was considered a spiritual dictionary by Mahatma Gandhi, and it is a book of inspiration for many leaders across the planet. So Bhagavad Gita is an epic scripture and has answers to all our problems. It's a spiritual dictionary for Mahatma Gandhi, and it is a book of inspiration for many leaders across the planet. And this is Gandhi. So Gandhi said, those who meditate on the Gita will derive fresh joy and new meanings from it every day. And this is Einstein. So Einstein also said, when I read the Bhagavad Gita and reflect about how God created this universe, everything else seems so superfluous. So why is ISKCON's Bhagavad Gita as it is? So Bhagavad Gita, which we study, is called Bhagavad Gita as it is. So why do we need this ISKCON's Bhagavad Gita as it is? So because this Bhagavad Gita as it is contains of same knowledge which Arjuna got from Krishna. So it is same knowledge which Arjuna got from Krishna without any kind of misrepresentation or changing or removing something. It's exactly same knowledge which Arjuna received from Krishna. Because there are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita, but all of them are unauthorized, not bona fide, because writers gave their own understanding, their own opinions about Bhagavad Gita. But in our Bhagavad Gita as it is, there is nothing like that. So Srila Prabhupada gave exactly same knowledge which Arjuna received from Krishna. So nothing is removed and nothing is added. It's absolutely exactly same knowledge which Arjuna received from Krishna. And we got it through our Guru Parampara. So this knowledge came to us by our Guru Parampara, Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So we have our Guru Parampara, or in another words, it is disciplic succession. So for example, one teacher taught his disciple, and he gave this knowledge to that disciple, gave knowledge to his disciple, and like that. So knowledge came to us. So it is all our gurus, all our acharyas, all of them protected this Bhagavad Gita knowledge from misrepresentation, and it is exactly same. No changes there. Nothing is removed and nothing is added there. Gita is a vast book. A systematic study of Gita will take about a year. In 18 days we can't do that. So we are focusing on the flow of thoughts between Krishna and Arjuna. Objective, to prepare one for deeper study of Gita. So Gita is a very, very big book, very vast book, and a systematic study of Gita will take a year. And in 18 days, we cannot do like that. So we will be focusing on the flow of thoughts between Krishna and Arjuna. So we all will focus on the main points from Bhagavad Gita. and objective to prepare you for a deeper study of Gita. So our present batch, this batch Understand Gita in 18 days, is called level 1. And after this level 1, we have level 2. And it is much more deeper study of Bhagavad Gita. And after level 2, we have level 3, level 4, and etc. So in all of those levels, so understanding is given much more deeper. The mood of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna's bewilderment and appearance of illusion must be understood to be Krishna's arrangement. So before the war, Arjuna got bewildered, but it is because of Krishna's arrangement. So Krishna arranged and Arjuna got bewildered. If not for Arjuna's confusion and bewilderment, there would have been no necessity for Krishna to speak the Bhagavad Gita to rescue him. Although Arjuna is the apparent first listener of the Bhagavad Gita, it is for the benefit of everyone. So if Arjuna was not confused and bewildered, we never would be able to hear Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna was first listener of Bhagavad Gita, but actually it is for us. Krishna drove the chariot in midst of both armies. Arjuna was in difficulty in having to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. He surrendered unto Shri Krishna, and consequently this Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So Krishna was chariot driver of Arjuna, and Arjuna asked him to drive the chariot in the middle of both armies. So he wanted to look at his enemies. And Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and listened to Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita was spoken to him. Every journey begins with a single step. Let's begin the journey into the mysticism of Gita. Welcome. So all of you know that everything huge, gigantic starts from the very, very tiny step. So let us start our journey into the Gita. Welcome to all of you. Hare Krishna to all. So you heard now Gita Mahatmya, in Gita Mahatmya means glorification of Bhagavad Gita. So it is glory of Bhagavad Gita is described in this Gita Mahatmya. As you could see, just by reading this Bhagavad Gita, person can be relieved from his reactions of his past misdeeds. So he will be free from them and he will become very, very pure just by reading Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is very pure. Sarva Upanishado Gavo Lokha Gopala Nandana Parto Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dukham Gitamritam Mahat. All the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, the beautiful nectar of the Gita is the milk, and the fortune devotees of fine tasting intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk. So all the Upanishads are part of the Vedas. So all the Vedas are like a cow, and milker of the cow is Lord Shri Krishna, son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, beautiful nectar of the Gita is the milk, and the fortune devotees are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk. So this is our today's first chapter, Arjuna Shada Yoga, Arjuna's Yoga of Lamentation. And you can see here this is different reactions to the same scene. So first chapter is about how three people looked at the battlefield. So this is Dhritarashtra, this is Arjuna, and this is Duryodhana. So first chapter is explaining how Dhritarashtra, Arjuna, and Duryodhana looked at the battlefield. So Dhritarashtra, he was very scared. He didn't want this war. I mean, he didn't want Pandavas to be the kings, so he was very much scared. He was in anxiety, what will happen with my sons? This is Arjuna, and Arjuna was feeling very much compassionate. He was in grief. He didn't want to kill his enemies. And this is Duryodhana, and Duryodhana also is very scared of Pandavas. So this is first shloka of Bhagavad Gita. It is spoken by Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra said, Dhritarashtra vacha dharma kshetre kuru kshetre samaveta yutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. Dhritarashtra asked from his secretary Sanjaya. So Dhritarashtra said, Dhritarashtra vacha means Dhritarashtra said. So Dhritarashtra said, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Samaveta Yutsvaha, by gathering and with desire to fight, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, my sons and sons of Pandu, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya, what did they do? So Dhritarashtra asked from Sanjaya, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, what did my sons and sons of Pandu do by gathering on that battlefield and with desire to fight? So it is very, very strange question, because when warriors come to the battlefield, they will fight. So Dhritarashtra, he doesn't want to compromise between his sons and sons of Pandu. So actually, Pandu was supposed to be kings because their father was king. Dhritarashtra was first son, but he was blind. But Pandu's father, Pandu, he was not blind, therefore he became king. But he died in a very young age, so throne came to Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra supposed to give throne to Pandavas after some time, but he didn't want to do like that. He wanted his own kids to be the kings. So So because he didn't give throne to Pandavas, so therefore war happened after some time. And Dhritarashtra is also speaking that my sons and sons of Pandu. So actually they both his sons. His brother's sons are also his children. It's a custom like that, brothers' kids are also your children. But he doesn't want to compromise. And I will give you one small example here. So first is Dharmakshetra. It's a holy place, Kurukshetra. It's very auspicious, for example, like boiling the milk. And then Mamaka Pandava, it's when you add the lemon juice to the milk. So everybody knows that if you add lemon juice to milk, it will transform into curd, and you cannot distinguish them. So it is Mamaka Pandava. And this gulab jamun is like kimakurota. So what did they do? And now we'll go to Duryodhana. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamu Yudam Drupada Putrena Tavashishena Dimata. O my teacher, behold the great army of sons of Pandu, so expert arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. So this is Duryodhana, and when he saw army of his enemies Pandavas, he became very scared. He didn't imagine, he didn't expect that they will come and fight with him. So he was very much afraid of them, and he ran to his guru, Dronacharya. This is Dronacharya. Dronacharya was guru of Pandavas and Kauravas, and he explained to them military science and another science also. So Duryodhana came to him and said, look at their army, they're very much expert arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. So I will tell you a story. Drupada and Drona were friends, but because of some reasons they started arguing, and Drupada got a son who will kill Dronacharya. And that son's name was Drishtadyumna. When Drishtadyumna grown up, he was sent to Dronacharya to get military education. And Dronacharya saw, even if I don't teach Drishtadyumna, I will die anyway. Because if he will not kill him, if he doesn't kill me, my death will come to me anyway. So let me do my duty. And Dronacharya explained everything to Drishtadyumna. And on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Drishtadyumna accepted the side of Pandavas, and he became their commander-in-chief. So he himself arranged their military force. And you can see here how Duryodhana is very much afraid and scared of them. Sagosho Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Yadarayat Nabascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Avyanu Nadayan. The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, and thus, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth, it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So it is a tradition that before the war, both parties blow their conch shells. When Kauravas blow their conch shells, nothing happened with Pandavas. They were as brave as before, but when Pandavas blew their conch shells, hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra start shattering, so they all were feeling a lot of fear. And there are also 9 reasons of Arjuna's victory. So first is Dharmakshetra. That Kurukshetra, that battlefield, is the reason of Arjuna's victory, because that battlefield is a holy place and the Pandavas are also holy people, so therefore it will help them to win. Then is divine chariot. Arjuna has a chariot. It's Arjuna received a chariot from Agni god, and on this chariot, Arjuna can conquer any land within 3 worlds. So this is one more reason. Next is Kapidvaja flag. So can you see this flag, Kapidvaja flag, and Hanuman is situated there. Hanuman supported Lord Ram between. He supported Lord Ram in the war between Ram and Ravana, and Hanuman again present on the battlefield on the side of Arjuna, because he wanted to support Krishna. So next is Shankhanada, conch shells. Then Gandiva, Pashpat Astra. So Arjuna has very famous bow, his bow, Gandiva, and he also has another divine weapons like Pashupata Astra and others. Then Tyagta Jivita. Tyagta Jivita is when Duryodhana said to his Guru Dronacharya before the battlefield that all my people are ready to give up their lives for my victory. So Duryodhana said to his Guru that all my people are ready to give up their life for my victory. So it's very, very inauspicious to speak like that before the war. So it's another reason. And Moksha Ekadashi, Bhagavad Gita was narrated to Arjuna on the Moksha Ekadashi. Ekadashi is a very, very dear day to Krishna, and it's a very, very dear day to devotees. Agya Lakshmi. So Lakshmi also was present on the battlefield, so she followed her husband Krishna, and that's another reason. And last reason is Hrishikesha. Hrishikesha is Krishna's another name. And actually this reason, Hrishikesha, is the main one. So because Krishna or God stayed on the Arjuna side, so therefore Pandavas won. So this is the main reason, Hrishikesha. And now we are coming to Arjuna. Arjuna doesn't want to fight with his enemies. He's feeling a lot. He has 5 reasons not to fight in the battlefield. So first is compassion. So he doesn't want to kill them. Next is no enjoyment. So if Arjuna kills his friends and relatives, so he cannot share with his joy with anybody. He cannot enjoy with anyone after the war. Next is sin. So Arjuna thinks that if he kills his elders and teachers like Drona and Bhishma, it will be sin. After that, family traditions. So family traditions will be lost. So if if Arjuna kills all the soldiers, who will take care about their wives and kids? Because women and children don't participate in the war, they stay at home. So if Arjuna kills everyone, who will take care about their wives and children? And last one, indecision. So Arjuna didn't know what to do, to fight or not to fight. So this are reasons of Arjuna. Arjuna vacha drishtve mam svajanam Krishna yutsum samapasthitam siddhanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishushati. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth dry now. Nachashriyo anupashyami hatva svajanam ahave nakangshe vijayam Krishna nacharajyam sukhanicha. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. Papam eva shrayet asman hatvaitan atataina tasman narhavayam hantu hartarashtran svabandavan svajanam hikatam hatva sukhinam shyama madava. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune, and how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Kulakshaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatanaha dharma neshte kulam kritsnam adharmo abhibhavati uta. With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in religious practice. Nachaitadvidmah kataram nagariyo yadva jayema yadivan no jayetu yan eva hatva najijivi shamas na avasita pramukhe dhartrashtraha. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them, the sons of Dhritarashtra, whom if we kill we should not care to live, are now standing before us on this battlefield. So you also can relate to one of them, to one of the Arjuna's reasons: compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family traditions, and indecision. And this is our today's chapter summary, observing the armies of the battlefield. So these are main events. First is Dhritarashtra's inquiry, then Duryodhana's fear, blowing of conch shells, Arjuna's observation, and Arjuna's reason not to fight. So okay, Hare Krishna everybody, Hare Krishna. That was our presentation for today. So if you want to add anything, if you have any questions or doubts, please raise your hand and unmute. So Hare Krishna, if you want to say something, please raise your hand and unmute. Okay, so we'll stop here. So, okay, Hare Krishna everyone. And if you don't have any questions, we'll stop here today. So Hare Krishna, thank you everybody. Hare Krishna.